So, test is complete. I've got to get everything in the cases, label the cases, make sure triple check because I can't come back here in the middle of a tour if I forget something. So, basically, here's a quick rundown of everything that's got to go in. We got the four batten lights. We've got the strike one strobe. We've got the two sets of the work lights there. I've got the laptop, the screen, command wing, APC 40, and just the rest is cable, but not too much cable. I got a laptop back. Oh yeah, one thing. I'm also, just in case again, I'm bringing an opto switch. They're relatively cheap, but they solve a lot of problems when you're in trouble. So this is the Chauvet Data Stream 4. It's basically, I haven't even opened it. I'm just taking it because it's light, it fits in the case, and if I run into problems with some kind of cabling or whatever, yeah, it's just a good tool to have. Same thing with, like, I'm taking a wireless router. I'm not going to use it, but just in case someone needs one or whatever, I'll have it, which is great. So I'm just going to start packing that up, and then I'll show you the insides of each case, like what kind of tools I'm taking. So one case down. This is a Pelican 1650. They are pretty expensive cases, but they're quite robust, and for if you want to protect your stuff, the stuff's waterproof, crush proof. Like, they're great cases. They are a bit expensive, but for production stuff, you can't really not get a Pelican at the minimum, if not a hard case. So anyways, let's look inside here. Let's look at the bottom first. It's pretty straightforward. So I've got the monitor. I cut all this out. It comes in pluck and peel. And then what I've done is I've actually sprayed it. It's not complete. Again, I'm trying to experiment, but there's this stuff called Plastidip that makes the foam a little bit tougher than it would. It's like a plastic rubber coating. Anyway, so you have a harness for the monitor. In the bottom there's actually a 12 volt DC power supply. It's actually for the Linksys router, but luckily enough, the power supply is the same for the APC. So that's my spare anyway. So pull this. Oh, these are 3 to 5 adapters. Super handy. I'm keeping them here because I have a bunch in the cable case, but they tend to get lost, and it's just like the Opto. When you need one and you don't have one, it kind of sucks. So it's better to have just a ton of stuff, just in case. And they're really small, so they don't take up much room. Anyway, so you lift this off. So the command wing's in here. Basically, I've cut it out so that the power cable's underneath there. I've still got to kind of tighten it up, what not. But anyway, so that sits in there. Let's look at the top here. So left to right, I've got another 3 to 5, again, a barrel, just in case. You never know when you need them. These are great. These are called tri-taps. So they're basically like a power bar, but they have 3 sides, so 1, 2, 3. They're pretty much invaluable, to be honest. Like, they cost like $5, and when you need an extra outlet or someone wants to charge their phone or whatever, they're great. I've also got a circuit tester in there, so that I can check if there's problem with the circuit, if it's on or not, whatever. Because with some venues, there often are pretty sketchy power, so it's nice to at least know whether there is reasonable AC power. So you got the Linksys router, just in case. I've got, this is a power supply. This is the PoE injector. Underneath that is about, I don't know, like 50 feet of sash. So it's like rope, thin rope. Just in case we're doing some signage or whatever, need to tack something up. We've got an Ethernet and a spare Ethernet. The funny thing is, I got this, it's super thin. Really, really quite thin, but that's what runs the show. And Sharpies, pens, flashlight, tape. You can never have enough tape. There's the power supply, 12 volt for the APC 40. Backup cell phone charger. And in the back here, actually 2 spare lamps for the halogens, 300 watt bulbs there. This is the DMX King that we saw before. I just wanted to keep it in here just because it's kind of crucial. If I lose it, then there's no show. And then I've got USBs, 2.0 cables. Again, another backup power supply, and then there's a USB stick in there that has a backup copy of the show. And then across the bottom here, we've got Ethernet connectors. This one's an EtherCon jumper. Again, pretty handy to have. In my case, unfortunately, the EtherCon that I have, when you take the jacket off, it still doesn't lock into a port, so I actually have to go into this and then use one of these shorties into my laptop. So that's kind of stuff. That kind of sucks. But anyways, spare pocket for knickknacks, paddywhacks, whatever. Okay, let's move on to the next case. Okay, so we're absolutely getting there. 2 more cases down. So in this case, we've got we've got AC cable. We don't have a lot. 2 2 meters and 2 5 meters. We've got the strike one kind of packed right in there, just because it's actually pretty heavy, and it's better if it doesn't get banged around too much. Anyway, so that's all that's in there. In the side, we've got all the IEC/Euro cables that I need. There's a power bar down there, and the dimmer, the 4-channel dimmer that we're using for the work lights is in there. And labeled strike/dimmer/opto on the side. Okay, so that was that. Okay, next is DMX/opto. So I've got my 150-foot Cat 5. Let me just check if that camera's. Yeah, okay. So I've got the 150-foot Cat 5. I guess actually it's Cat 6. Anyways, all the DMX is just this right here. Basically got 4 25-foot, 4 15-foots, and in the side here I've got 4 6-foots. Spare Ethernet, and this is kind of cool in here. This is like a gang box kind of thing. So it's basically one circuit, but it goes to 3 boxes, duplex boxes. I don't think I'm going to need it, but it's really handy for pedal boards and that kind of thing for the band, so maybe they'll use it. Who knows? It'd be nice to just have it. Anyway, so the opto's here, and I've actually wedged the APC 40 in there because they're worth like 90 bucks, and like I'm not too concerned if it breaks or whatever. I can pick up another one on Craigslist anywhere. So and it's not a crucial part of the rig. It's just for controlling some extra effects and whatnot. I guess I didn't really talk about that, but anyways, and it's changing anyway, so mostly just for extra executors. So that packs in nicely there. Also worth mentioning at the bottom of this is all the shorties. I got more of these 3 to 5s, tons more, but 5 each. And the reason for that is because the lights that I'm bringing are all in the Showbay DJ line. So the Showbay DJ line is not really considered pro, although I mean a light's a light. But it's all 3 channel DMX, 3-pin XLR for DMX. And the Strike 1 is from the Pro line, so it's 5 pins. So, and also the DMX Pro, the node that I'm using, that's all 5 pins. So there's a few points where I have to switch back and forth, but luckily I've been blessed to do enough installation work that I have a good account with a cable manufacturer in north of Toronto, and they give me really nice quality cable, or rather I buy it because it's worth it. The stuff is great. It's not 5-pin, but what it is it's 3-pin AES, so it actually has the same impedance. But you can see here it's braided. I know that people are gonna say I shouldn't be nodding it like this. You're 100% right. I don't have any Velcro right now. So we'll probably pick some up on the road. Anyways, if I can find a Walmart or whatever. Anyway, so that's case number 2 and 3. 3 and 4, whatever. Final bag. This is a laptop bag. I wish I could have fit it into the Pelican, but the command wing it's terribly shaped, so it did not. It's not gonna fit in there. Okay, so toolkit, always really nice. This is a multi-tool bit, basically everything on there except for Torx or like security bits. Electrician snips in case you're doing some rewiring to get something to work. C-wrench, tons of Sharpies, always a must. You gotta have Sharpies, always pens. X-Acto knives, and actually gonna put some more zip ties in there in case we're doing some ghetto rigging or whatever. Work gloves, and kind of a funny, well, here's a nice carabiner there just in case, and then always in your toolkit some deodorant. That's pretty much mandatory. Okay, next, I'm not sure if you can see it here, tons more tape. So we got the gray gaff, black gaff rather, tons of electrical tape, and I have a white one around here that I'm going to take as well. Another phone charger, always smart to have backups of those, or triples or whatever. This is a cool one. This is a like a battery bank, but like a nice one. This one can charge like your phone like 4 or 5 times, so that's really nice. Took that to New Zealand with me, saved me many times. Okay, next over we got the laptop itself and the power supply for it. Now, what's kind of annoying is this is not a standard IEC, as you can see. So I don't have a spare of those, so I'm going to be extra careful because that's the main laptop. I can't exactly run the show on battery power. Next in here, this is an interesting little thing. It's called an air bar. So it's a USB 2 device, and basically it sticks on the front of your laptop via magnets. You have to kind of place it, but it basically sticks via these magnets right to the front, and you plug it in and it basically acts like a touch screen for non-touch laptops. Now I've tried it on this one. It works okay. It's not fantastic, but I think that it's probably designed for a little bit lighter laptop. This is the Dell. This is a really hefty laptop. You know, like it's weighty. I'm not worried about tossing it down the stairs. It's going to be fine. Not that I would do that, of course, but it's a really rugged laptop. So, anyways, maybe I'll just show you what it's going to look like here. This is it. So I'm gonna try and get a van cab tomorrow. We got to go up to meet the van, and then we're going down to Windsor. Anyways, I'm all packed up. I'm kind of nervous about it because it's funny. I've actually been a fan of those guys for a long time, and I hadn't seen them in ages. And I made good friends with Joe, and he's on tour with Big Rex, so the timing didn't work out. So I'm super stoked, looking forward to it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty prepared. Everything else seems good, and we're looking forward to it. So I'll try to get some footage of loading the van tomorrow, I guess. And those van cab guys are they're a character, that's for sure. So anywho, talk to you tomorrow.